My boys.
Oh, you about to have to
What do you think the next biggest trend in music is going to be? What do you think? Is there anything on the rise that you can think of?
Maracas.
Maracas.
Yeah.
I'd like maracas to make a hot
Lots
comeback.
of weird auxiliary percussion, like maracas,
I want
cajones,
it. I want it.
shakers,
I wouldn't be mad about it.
but not even like actual like verse chorus songs. Just like,
Man, I've been on this spot for a while.
Well, the thing is,
yeah, you have
The thing is, I think that the next big thing is just gonna be some old thing ripped off.
basically.
So
Like, remember how a bunch of like in like maybe 2013, like a
I have
bunch
been
of
using Thundershock.
rap
Thunderwaves and
songs
Thundershock.
have like old swing beats to
Yeah.
them. Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's gonna be something like that.
I think I was using Thunderwaves with Thundershock. I felt real silly.
You should.
I do.
I'm about to say it's gonna obliterate him, but
Nah, I didn't. And you got obliterated.
oh no!
You know,
I bet you feel real stupid in your
You
little
win some, you
Christmas
lose
He
some.
sweater
won't
right
get
now.
XP now, will he?
no.
Oh, those.
Actually, if I heal him, I will.
Oh yeah, you either revive.
Yeah.
You have one.
Nah, but Cole didn't want to walk through the mall.
I hit him.
Pansy.
We should still get it if I do this.
I mean, you're gonna
What?
kill him next turn anyway.
What are you gonna say? What'd you say?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I needed to revive Stabarino so he would get experience for this.
Ah,
That's the plan.
yes.
Ah!
No. Big attack now!
Oh, what a
Paralyzed.
shame.
Now don't you go running around with forks now, yeah?
Don't you go running around with forks. When I was little, I was afraid of knives.
I'm still afraid of knives.
Me too.
If I'm not the one holding the knife, I will shit my pants.
They're real pokey. There was a kid that I went to
Oh hell yeah.
middle school with that when I got sat beside him in class, and he was real wild. You know,
Yeah.
this kid was always ready to fly off the handle, and I was
no.
always really afraid he was going to stab me with a pencil.
I had one.
Specifically,
yes,
a pencil.
the entirety of the time I was sitting beside him, I thought one day he was just going to go, Nyah!
Yeah, I had one of those kids. but he
Yeah,
never
I
did.
think we all knew one of those kids.
I was real intimidated of getting stabbed with a pencil by him. It just felt like something
And
he would
like
just,
nothing
just
nothing
do.
else, just the pencil.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
One day,
I mean, that is the most readily available weapon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
there was this one kid. He didn't have any problems, but he was really weird. And one day, he ran into the room, threw a really rusty penny at me, and said, and he ran back out.
That didn't happen.
That did happen. I know
didn't
that sounds
happen.
silly, but it actually happened. That did happen.
I don't think that
I'll tell you exactly.
One time I was
It
in
happened,
school.
it happened in
and,
sociology in fucking like 11th grade. I was just sitting there in sociology.
No, my favorite stories are the ones that so obviously didn't happen, but they're trying to make themselves sound cool. There was one time I was in high school and I was all alone, and I was about to put $1 in the machine, but it turns out that my teacher... Oh, Joey!
Oh,
Hold
shit.
on a second. Put this story on
shit.
hold.
I'll show you the kid too.
Good evening,
evening,
Bitterino. It's me, Joey. Were you awake? I never sleep.
Last time we heard from him, he killed a
I saw
rat.
Rattata. I thought about going for it, but then I failed. Oh,
Good.
well, guess that's just the way it goes. I'm not very good at catching
You're
Pokemon.
pathetic, Joey.
Last time we heard from him, he killed a fucking Rattata and his wife walked in on him.
He's got some problems.
He was.
But anyway,
he's in a bad place right now.
back to my story. I was at school alone, and my teacher was there watching me while I did my detention, and I went to go get a drink. I got my one out, but it turns out my teacher is actually a stripper, and she saw it and she said, "If you bring me that $1, I'll show you a good time." And then I had sex with my teacher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever heard stories like that?
Yeah.
I love those. Those
My
are the best.
favorite are you wouldn't know her. She goes to a different school. Is my favorite.
Yeah,
There's a whole subreddit dedicated to that.
I know.
There was one time where one of my friends was like, "Yeah, I asked the teacher for a problem, and she came over and leaned over me, and her whole fucking titty fell out." I was like,
Her entire titty.
I was like, that didn't fucking happen. He said, "I swear to God, I fucking saw one whole titty."
One whole
That
titty.
didn't fucking happen.
It just flew out, dude.
They would be all around the
Rogue
school.
titty. Whoop.
It'd be all around the school if that happened. And fucking,
Yeah.
you're the only one that's telling me about it.
And I don't know that I would want to see any of my teachers.
Nah,
kitties.
she was worth it.
There was one that I was
She was
forced to.
worth it. I'll say that.
There was an old lady teacher. That
Did you
never
get molested?
No.
I
There
think
was
Cole
an-
got molested.
No, there was this old lady teacher
can
that
tell me.
I used to have at the really messed up middle school that I went
Yes.
to, who never wore a bra.
Oh,
Never wore a bra.
They're all those
Oh.
teachers.
It was
Yeah.
real bad.
we had.
It
one
was
of those
real
in
bad.
8th grade.
It was a lactation abomination. If I do say so
I
myself.
like that one.
It was real gross.
I like that one.
I like that one, but
Yeah.
There was this one time where a dude yelled out that Miss So and So has torpedo titties, and he didn't get caught. And it was real magic. It was a real magic time for everybody involved. I was real happy with it.
yeah, I've had
Torpedo titties.
And that was her nickname from then on.
Shout out to Torpedo titties. I hope you're listening.
what is that fucking dig?
It's surf, I think. Yeah. I can teach that to Cody.
Yeah.
I'll do it right now.
He doesn't
Little-
want to learn
Little
though.
salamander just surfing around.
Yeah.
You're
He
riding around
uses
this
his little
sun.
antlers, his steering wheel,
Oh, man.
like
Yeah.
a jet ski.
Yeah.
Forgot I had all these. Surf. Anyway, it looks like we're back on the topic of school stories, boys. Why don't you tell me about your childhood a little bit?
I don't wanna. I blocked it all
I
out.
had a real Nazi of a school. There was a point we weren't allowed to bring toys, cards, really anything at all. There was one time my buddy. I don't like to lie. I've never been a good liar. I try to never lie. Just it's like I know I'm not good at it. And I don't like doing it anyway.
Aren't you so pure?
Yeah, kill me. So this time we were in 5th grade, and my buddy wanted to show me these cool Sonic the Hedgehog action figures that he had.
Oh,
so he
they
took
were
me,
cool, weren't
so
they?
on our break, he took me to his locker, and then our teacher stops us and he goes, "What are you boys doing?" And I went, and he goes,
That's
I
the
was just gonna give
worst.
Cole some candy, and I went, yeah. No, he goes, I was coming to get some candy, and she goes, then why is he here? And he goes, because I was gonna give him some, and I was like, yeah, And
God, you had
I was
no
like-
chill.
And then she went away, and I was like,
geeking.
you were the master, dude. You were the absolute lie master.
You had no chill as a child, did you?
no.
Yeah, you bought all these in bulk and then just didn't.
I forgot
use
about
them.
him. I'm
Yeah.
glad I see him now. Somebody was probably geeking at me for it.
Yeah. I don't
I
know.
was in my head.
Yeah, somewhere back in there repressed. Cool!
That's all in my head, just every day. Somewhere in the deep, dark recesses of my mind, just a small voice.
We weren't allowed to have gum.
We weren't either.
In middle school, at least. In high school, they didn't care.
Oh, our
Except
high
for one
school-
crazy teacher that was like, "You chew gum in my class, you're going to hell."
We were allowed to chew. We weren't allowed to chew a gum in high school, but every teacher was like, if it helps you focus, then I don't give a damn.
Oh, our teacher did death on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah, my teachers would dab on it too.
Stop.
That's not what I said. You whore.
Then dipping became a problem in high school.
Yeah. That,
We weren't allowed to have like any tobacco
No,
products
no,
on
I'll say
campus.
this. Of course not. But
we weren't allowed to, but people did, and all the time they dip in class.
one of the biggest strategies was people get a Coke, drink half of it, and they'd use it as a spitter.
Yeah.
It was real gross. I had a
Oh,
buddy that
I was in history one time last semester, and this guy, for whatever reason, he dipped, but like he had 2 Coke bottles, one half filled with dip, one half filled with Coke.
Oh,
What
no.
happens when you drink the wrong bottle?
And like I'm sitting there not
don't
paying
cross
attention.
streams, buddy.
I'm not paying attention. I'm just kind of looking around the room, and the guy's sitting right next to me, and he goes to take a drink, and I see him. I see it hit his lips. I see in his eyes that he knew he made a mistake.
Foul.
And
That's
I just
real
saw
foul.
him lower the bottle slowly. And just rest his hands back on the desk.
My buddy Caleb back home, he I don't know, I think he's in the process of trying to quit dipping, but he dips, and there was one time that he had a spitter in his pocket, And I went up to him, and I picked him up, and I squeezed him, and it sprayed dip spit all over the both of us.
No.
It was real foul.
That's bad.
Real gross.
That's bad.
Real gross.
Oh God.
The human, just everything is gross.
Yeah. Yeah, humans are pretty gross.
What about this pinky?
Pretty foul. That's a weird pinky. Don't show me that.
What about that
Don't
pinky?
ever show me that pinky again. I'm not looking.
What was this?
I'm gonna cut that shit off.
But ever seen one of these?
You better put that one on the screen. You better,
I feel like such a fool. I've been had.
He looked really hard at it. It's
look
your
at those
boys.
boys.
Hey.
Oh no! I'm not catching this gas.
That's like-
I was coughing. I would catch coughing.
Yeah, do that.
That's
I
like the
don't
Oh, you
modern,
don't have any Pokeballs.
Yeah, I actually don't. Run away.
That's like the modern "What's up, dog?"
I hope you put that one on the screen whenever you did it.
What's up, dog?
What is it?
What's up, dog?
What's up,
Sip
dog?
dog? Let me go get some sip dog. Up
I
dog.
don't know.
Let me
Oh,
go
did
get
you
some.
notice you have a hole?
Oh no!
I can't believe after all this you fell for that shit.
Yeah, come on.
I just followed his hand from this moment.
Come on.
Bobby!
Bobby?
I like Bobby.
I hate Bobby.
I like him. He's a good red.
Him and his red head.
But you ever seen one of these?
You fucker.
Have you ever? What's like the worst thing you've ever got anybody, and it's like a really just bad prank, you know?
What do you
I
mean?
did what I just did to you to a girl like 3 times in a row.
That's funny.
Like literally
That's a
3
shame.
times in a row.
Yeah, you can do that.
That's a real shame.
The same thing. Like, oh shit, what's that? Oh, And she was embarrassed the first time, but then like the second and third time,
So dumb.
no, she was just like, Nathan, stop, please.
Magnemite.
And then I proceeded to do it like once more, but she didn't fall for it that time.
My dad always does this thing where he points out the window without saying anything to get me to look, but he's just
And he slaps you in the face.
No, but then he's just acting like he was showing me a hangnail or something.
What?
What?
I don't know. He's done it since I was like 5. He'd do this, and I'd look really hard, and then he'd be like, "Oh, hangnail, damn it!"
I like your dad.
Oh, that's good.
It's like because he's showing me the hangnail.
I don't know why that's good, but
your
that's
dad's
good.
Your dad's
Yeah.
great. Mr. Tyler, sir, if you're watching this, you're a real good fella.
Mr. Tyler.
Mr.
That's my
Tyler.
last name, Mr. Tyler.
Croco, no.
Croco, no. Croco,
Somebody
hell no.
squeaked outside.
They squeezed the orange
Thirsty
too hard.
Thursday.
They're like, oh no!
This is when the wolves come out.
I always scream if I squeeze that orange too hard, you know.
Oh yeah, you got a hand cramp. Cramp in your hand.
Obey your
You gotta-
master!
You gonna show a little leg?
Yeah,
Gonna show a little leg.
show
to
a
the
little sheep
crocodile?
leg.
Yeah.
you
Show
know,
a little mutton.
Yeah. Thunder!
You've been thunderstruck.
Showing me your scary face.
The,
dude.
the hangnail thing works best when you're in a car too. 'Cause
Yeah.
then you're like, look at that.
Wow!
Whoa.
Yeah.
Improved graphics.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was nice.
Wow. That was no contest.
Real happy with that.
You're
He was
killing
a
it.
water type after all.
You're killing it.
Yeah.
Do you feel good about yourself?
Yeah, I'm there.
Are you sure?
I'm there.
Are you? I can see through your sweatpants. that
Why
you're
don't you
there,
love me?
man.
No, I'm there.
Yeah, you're there.
I'm there.
How
Mr.
are you?
Torque.
How are you resting the controller like that on your massive erection?
Why are you so fucking torqued right now, dude?
I love
on.
that. That's I love it, dude.
What is happening?
You're so torqued right now. Give him the slam. Oh no, I'm confused.
I am too.
Cody, you can do it, buddy. Cody, you never let me down before.
But-
Oh, Cody, wow.
let you down.
That's nasty.
Oh, Dobie, why? That's the
You
nastiest
nasty boy.
That's the nastiest
Cody, give him the slam, Cody.
Oh,
Good boy, Cody. Show him how good a boy
I
you
didn't
are.
do shit. Come on. Why'd you use it again?
Didn't do a damn thing.
This is his best move.
You just
didn't do
fucked
anything.
around and killed Cody.
You just killed Cody. Now that is what fucked up this whole
It could have paralyzed it.
It could have.
Could have.
Then what?
I'm gonna switch to Stabberoni. I'm gonna switch out and give him experience.
My mama looks like a.
My name is Mud.
Not the.
His
That was the baseline.
It's the baseline. It's,
Yeah.
Let's play Undertale.